It's a cold and slightly windy day, and 2 new teams had arrived for a brand new heat of challenges. One of them will sink and the other will swim. In our teens, we have many burning ambitions, but the overriding ambition is to be free. And here it is. You can feel truly free in nature. Here is where you are not judged by the brands you wear or by your daddy's car. Here is where you can do more things than you can do at home, like go face to face with a 15-meter rock, log into some really cool logs for the sake of teamwork, go around the Fynbos with a GPS, or maybe just count the teeth of a great white shark. And here is where some school teams from Cape Town will face their fears, hold on to their hopes, and battle each other out for the title of the unsinkable outdoor class of 2011. Because this is Challenge Sink or Swim. And now meet Team the White from Monte Vista.
Ek is Nina Engelke, 13 jaar oud en kom van Monte Vista Laerskool.
Ek is Chantal Marie, ek is 13 jaar oud en ek kom van Monte Vista Laerskool.
Ek is Jan van Dijk, ek is 13 en ek kom van Monte Vista Laerskool af.
My name is Dylan Beckers, I'm 13 years old and I go to Monte Vista Primary.
Okay guys, meet Team Intaba from Montague Drive Primary.
My name is Anthony, I'm 14, I attend Montague Drive Primary.
My name is Zita Jacobs, I'm age 13 and I attend Montague Drive Primary School.
And meet the lake where today's challenge will take place.
My name is Joannie Williams, I'm 13 years old and I attend Montague Drive Primary.
My name is Rita Sims, I'm 13 years old and I attend Montague Drive Primary.
Just look at this and see that there's actually more outdoors than indoors. But it's the opposite with us humans. We have more on the inside than outside. Is nie waar nie? Ja, jy weet dit so. But our teams are taking a little time to get used to it all.
Our tent is nice, it's big, it's comfortable, but just a bit cold in the night.
Very cold actually.
I can't feel my toes.
Ons het die warme kombers aangesit sodat dit baie warmer was.
And when it comes to building a raft to race across a dam, the teams are a little, shall we say, vague, but determined.
Raft building. Ek weet nie so baie van raft building nie.
Dit sou iets met hout te doen hê, wat jy kan dryf.
Bamboo sticks, I think, yeah, and rope.
Raft building is basically taking materials that you would need to build basically a boat that should float as well and sailing with it.
If we fall in the water, we just got to get back up and keep moving.
I will fall again in the water eventually.
Die water sal seker vriesend wees.
I think we'll be able to win this one, but I'm not so sure.
I'm sure that we will win.
Our opponents, I think they're quite a challenge for us.
And there's already talk of leaders. My word, they are determined.
Ek dink in ons span is die leier is Dian, want hy kan flink soos of hoe kan jy sê soos vinnig op idee afkom.
The leader basically in our team is Nina as well as Dian.
Ek weet nie of ek eintlik die leier is nie, want dit is ja, ons almal werk saam.
We don't have a leader yet, but I think like the leader.
Today sees a new elimination heat of 4 crazy hectic outdoor challenges between 2 new teams. Last week, we saw Team Horror stake their claim to the semi-finals, where they will have to beat one of our new teams. One of these teams will not make it to the semi-finals, and at the end of this heat, will have to leave the show and go home. Ah, shame, empty-handed. But such is life. This new heat holds the promise of heaps of thrills as these teams will face off in raft building and racing, surfing trials, quad biking and working with those little segways, and oh dear, spills and spoils in a cook-off. Today they will have to build a raft and race it across this Oak Valley Dam with some cargo. Oh my heart, I really hope that these guys can swim, because I bet you none of them have ever built a raft before. But we'll soon see. Will they float? Will they swim? Or will they sink? I don't know, but let's go check it out. This is Challenge SOS, the show that through some hectic and extreme outdoor challenges will put some school teams from Cape Town and the surrounds through a series of elimination heats until there's only one team standing. That team will take the title and the glory back to their school as the unsinkable outdoor class of 2011. Luckily, I will be staying here on dry ground, just admiring the beauty of this Oak Valley in Elgin, just an hour away from Cape Town. So come on, let's go check them out. In spite of the tranquil beauty of this terrain, I tell you the stakes are quite epic and I can almost hear some nerves rattling. Huge stakes, hey guys? Yes. Well, first up is Team Luwatla, which in Sepedi means ocean. So guys, tell us what you're all about.
We are in our element because we have water here, so we're ready to win.
Ready to win? Wow, that's pretty inspiring. But you've got some tough competition in Team Indaba. Team Indaba, what you got to say?
Well, firstly, our team's name means Clifford Mountain and here is mountain, so it's also in our element.
And you there chilling instead of thrilling here with us, you can also keep up with us, catch up on all the drama, and also find out how you too can catch some rays of sunshine here in Elgin by connecting to our super cool website, sostv.co.za. There you can also connect through to Facebook or Twitter to chat to me and Paul or the teams. Whether they sink or swim, this challenge is tipped to entertain and bring buckets full of fun. Right guys, your first challenge. It is worth a whopping 100 points out of a possible 400 for this heat. How do you feel about that? Wow! Well, you do know that there are some obvious points which you earn when you have clearly won a race. Like, hello. And there are also some secret points which are awarded according to your talents and abilities and are judged by our panel of experts. Raft. Now today you will compete in a rafting challenge which requires some muscle as it is a race, but you're also going to need your brains because you'll be building a raft. Then you row your safe rafts across the dam with yourselves also safely aboard. The whole team must start and finish together. Got it?
Yep. Yes.
But you'll also have to carry some precious cargo. Your rafts will have to carry buckets filled with water. And Brew, you know how precious water is, so no wasting, okay? What you do spill out of the bucket, you'll have to put back. But there is a catch, guys. You can only fill the bucket with one hand. Your race begins when you start building your raft, and the team that gets back to the finish line first with a chock-full bucket earns 40 obvious points. After the race, our safety wardens Willem and Anton will be our judges, choosing the team with the safest and best engineered raft. That team gets a bucket load of secret points, a whole 60 of them. But those points will only be revealed at the end of this heat. But first, it's time for the big boys who organize these mild to wild tri-active events to show you the ropes. So guys, it's time for Rafting 101. So that experts Anton and Willem can teach you some strong knots, crucial if you want a floating raft. Okay guys, so we're all ready to go. Diane, how do you rate Team Lewatle's engineering skills?
We've learned a lot from our instructor, and yeah, we'll see how we can use it. I'm very confident that we will win.
Cool, cool. Wow, Gianni from Intaba, do you reckon you could give them some tips?
Yes, most they'll definitely need it.
They'll definitely need it. Okay, Team Lewatle, are you ready? Yes! Team Intaba, are you ready? Yes! Cool, ready, steady, sink or swim! Yes!
We first put the three, I think it's 3 big logs down. We laid it down and we put the bottles that would help us float on the 2 sides. Then we put the bamboo basically. They put it there in the middle just to support it.
While we were building the raft, we argued a bit, but I couldn't remember over what.
Where's this thing supposed to go? How do you mean under?
Okay, come on.
The knot is right on it.
Let's not pull it out. Pull it out.
The hardest part that we found was basically the knot tying, because they only taught Dian how to make the end knot.
So dan moes ons hom vir hom heen en weer oorroep om dit te kom probeer.
Teamwork is not easy if nobody knows what they're doing. Eish.
You start to close to each other.
Since only my dirt, that's why.
At this stage, it's anybody's game. They're both tying themselves in knots.
Turn it.
Team Lewatle may be taking a lead here, guys. Now both teams seem to focus on sturdiness. Well, the rafts have to float after all.
Now we have to find an alternative for this.
Do this one, and then because that one you're supposed to do twice, eh?
Ek wil mos so en so. Nou, as jy daai tel gebruik, dan maak jy daaroor en
Okay, slam.
Obviously, they're making sure their raft won't sink or disintegrate into the water. It looks like they're finished and they're ready to go. This puts them a little bit ahead of Team Intaba, but we don't know what's going to happen yet. Who's going to sink and who's going to swim? Go Team Lewatle! Talk about a maiden voyage. This can only be epic. The raft is launched, but it's back to get that precious cargo. That bucket that has to stay full of water the whole time. Whoops! Nina takes a slippery slide.
Ons het net besluit dat elkeen moet op 'n punt sit om dit te kan stabiel hou. Toe klim ek en Chantal eers op en toe die seuns agterop geklim.
You guys actually just get in so long. Get in so long, Dian.
En toe begin ons maar net roei.
Team Lewatle is in the lead, but not for long as Team Intaba is hot on their heels. Oh my word, this is gonna be exciting. Intaba has their bucket and getting onto their raft. And they're off! This is so cool! Their rafts are floating! Yay! These teams are so brave. And Intaba is hot on Lewatle's heels. Oh my word, this is exciting, guys. Uh-oh. Trouble brewing in Intaba? No, not now, guys. It does not look good from here. Lewatle means water, and this team looks like they mean business. Check it out!
Toe ons omtrent so 'n kwart was, toe's ons bang hulle gaan ons inhaal. Maar toe gaan ons verder, toe kom ons agter nie, hulle is in sirkels en toe in die bosse in.
Oh dear, there is trouble in Team Intaba. Eish, How could they paddle into the bushes? Guys. Teamwork, hey? Teamwork.
I had to keep the bucket to make sure that the water stays in. And ek het daar en Gianni rode the raft. But then it was only ek on the one side and then he wasn't doing it fast enough.
And so we turned around into the bushes.
Well, let me put it gently. It looks like Team Lewatle is ahead. They're almost by the buoy. They're doing very, very well. Team Indaba, on the other hand, is still struggling a bit to row their way across. But again, this is challenge sink or swim. We never know what's going to happen.
En toe ons om is, toe wou die nog stop om te rus. Maar toe ons nee, hulle gaan oppak, ons moet verder gaan.
Oh, it looks like Team Indaba has gone off track. They're meeting at the halfway point. Lewatle coming back, and Team Indaba yet to get to the buoy. Uh-oh.
When we saw we were busy losing, then we wanted to jump off the raft.
Gianni and them all wanted to give up. They wanted to throw themselves in the water and drown themselves.
We wanted to jump off the raft and start swimming. But so the guy on the lifeboat said that we have to complete the race.
Oh boy, what a race! At the moment, it looks like Team Lewatle is rowing a little bit faster than Team Indaba, who veered off into the bushes and got a bit off track. It's intense, guys. Don't go anywhere. See you on the other side. Welcome back to Challenge SOS, where schools from Cape Town and surrounds are facing each other in extreme challenges in the drive to earn the title, the Unsinkable Outdoor Class of 2011. Today, 2 of those teams are busy with their first challenge of 4 in this heat. They are teams Lewatle from Monte Vista Primary and Indaba from Montague Drive Primary. Here at the dam of the beautiful Oak Valley Farm in Gaborone near Cape Town, our teams had to build their own safe rafts and are now battling it out on the dam in a race for a place in the semi-finals. They will score points for winning the race, but most of the points will be earned by the raft that is judged the safest by our safety wardens. The raft building went well and the race also started off very well. But oh dear, soon Team Indaba went off track and landed in the bushes. Looking like teamwork or lack thereof could be the issue. At one stage, they wanted to throw in the towel and abandon their raft in the dam. But our superhero safety warden Anton denied them permission, and I, for one, am so glad. Because it doesn't matter how you start, it's important how you end. So here we are now with Team Indaba still not out of the woods, but Team Lewatle really going for it.
Dit was 'n verligting om daar aan die kant uit te kom en te weet jy sou klaar geroei. Dit was net wonderlik.
Wow, Team Lewatle, you've made it! You've made it! Team Lewatle just had an amazing finish. How was that for you? It was good?
Yeah, it was fun.
Lots of fun. Was there any moment when you were ever worried whether you'd finish on time or not?
Yeah, there was just this one part when we thought the line was too short, but we found an alternative.
I'm super proud of you guys. You did very, very well. High five. All round. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like Team Indaba is still struggling there. They're only now at the buoy.
We went around the buoy, so we went past the buoy, way past it. Like it was on the one side, me and Gianni on the other side. So a bit struggling to turn the thing, because Gianni was pedaling and like I was pedaling, we going different ways the whole time.
You guys, more. Team Indaba look like they're struggling a bit with their rafting challenge. Only now making it back.
Christmas is nearly here. It might have passed, I'm not sure.
And so Team Indaba bravely finished the race. Totally the coolest thing to do.
Still waiting.
Team Indaba, you've just finished. How does it feel?
Feels okay.
Feels okay? All right, you feel... Well, great attitude. You guys feel you could have done better?
Yeah.
What happened there?
It was when we were busy tying the knots and stuff, so we got caught up.
Got a bit caught up? Okay, remember guys though that there's still some secret points, but everybody did very, very well. I'm proud of you. And I can tell you that for me, being out there is definitely not on my bucket list. And now, the judging of those rafts. Which one shall get home safe and dry?
Ja, die ding is lyk my is 'n bietjie los daai 12.
Dit was veronderstel om nie vas te wees nie.
Dis reg, ja. Dink dit is 'n bietjie geslipstream hierso.
Jy moet die ding sal ekie water.
Ja, ja. Kom ons kyk na hulle atlete.
Okay.
Hy lyk baie beter. Nog reg.
Ek kan wel ekie ding gemaak.
Oh my! It seems it's a miracle they floated at all. Your guys, nobody sank. Boy, am I relieved. You guys, let's head back to base camp. Come on. And back at base camp, it was time for a little chat. Sure, that was a bit of a washout, hey, Tim and Taba? Well, Tim Luwate, you managed to stay on top of your game and the raft. How did you manage to keep up?
We just worked together, and if somebody needed help, we helped them, and yeah, we just worked as a team.
Wonderful teamwork. Well done, guys. So, just a brief recap. This challenge, like all the other challenges in this heat, count for 100 points. So, Team Luwatle, you guys scored 40 awesome points for building your raft, getting to the finish line first with a bucket full of water. Well done, guys. So, the judges then had a look at your engineering skills and evaluated the safety aspect of your raft. And the team with the safest raft do get 60 secret points. How cool is that?
Awesome.
But you have to wait until the end of this heat to find out who got those points. Oh, too bad. But guys, as you know, you've got 3 more challenges to do in this heat. The team that wins the most points out of the overall 400 will swim through to the semi-finals, and the team with the least points, well, they'll have to sink and leave the show. Eish, life is tough, hey? Yeah. And you guys at home, check us out. If you want to see some really cool images and video clips of your favorite teams or contestants, or perhaps chat to them or me and Paul on Twitter and Facebook, just click onto our cool website, www.sostv.co.za. We're waiting, so get on it. You guys want to know what challenge is up next?
Yes.
We're going surfing.
Yeah.
So wax up your boards, slap on some suntan, and grab your Kiffers shades because you do not want to be a washout.
No.
So guys, we're out of here. Check us out next week, same time, same place. More hectic, extreme challenges. You're not going to want to miss seeing who's going to sink or swim.